Sixtus V. Few popes have so captured the imagination as Gregory's successor, the Minorite conventual Felice Paridi, who took the name Sixtus V. A vigorous 64 on his election, with sharp eyes gleaming from under bushy brows, Sixtus ruled the church with intelligence and vigor. Felice Paridi was born December 13, 1521, at Grotamar, of poor parents. He did the usual chores of a peasant lad until a Franciscan uncle sent him to the conventual friary at Montalto to get an education. Felice loved the friars and soon entered the order. He became a learned theologian and an eloquent preacher. In 1552 he preached the Lent in Rome, and gained the friendship of such reform leaders as Cardinals Caraffa and Gislieri, St. Ignatius, and St. Philip Neri. Though his severity as an inquisitor at Venice led to his recall, his rise in the hierarchy was rapid. Procurator General of the Franciscans, bishop and cardinal, he was confessor to St. Pius V, but Gregory XIII had little use for him, and during Gregory's reign, Felice devoted himself to scholarly pursuits. In spite of his absence from the center of power, he was quickly elected to succeed Gregory on April 24, 1585. Sixtus proved to be both a good king and a good pope. He fearlessly grappled with the bandit problem which had plagued so many popes. First, he secured extradition treaties with neighboring states. Then, he pursued the criminals with ruthless severity. The knowledge that neither noble blood nor powerful protectors could shield rascals from the noose or the axe made robbery a less popular pastime in the papal states. Horrified at the state of papal finances, Sixtus, by new taxes, by increasing the number of saleable offices, and by other devices, managed to amass a huge treasure in the castle of St. Angelo, while at the same time he spent much on public works. He finally got the dome of St. Peter's finished, built a new Lateran palace, erected 4 obelisks, and a large aqueduct to bring water for Rome's many fountains. Keenly interested in the welfare of the poor, he planned to drain the Pontine marshes and strove to keep the price of bread low. Sixtus V might be called the great organizer of the papacy in modern times. With lucidity and vigor, he so efficiently reorganized the papal curia that, essentially, his system still prevails. He grouped the cardinals into 15 congregations, each of which assisted the pope in a special phase of church business. The number of cardinals he limited to 70. Sixtus also restored the custom that bishops should visit Rome at regular intervals. Sixtus admired Elizabeth of England and longed for her return to the old faith, but the execution of Mary Stuart did much to disillusion him, and he helped Philip send his anything but invincible armada against Elizabeth. He was, however, no court chaplain to Philip. In France, where the murder of Henry III had left the throne open to Huguenot Henry of Navarre, the Pope, though at first hostile to Navarre, adopted a cautious policy which disgusted the Spaniards, but paid dividends later. Sixtus V died August 27, 1590. One of his last acts was to take 500,000 ducats from his St. Angelo treasury to help the poor during a bad harvest. Sixtus V, 225th Pope. Christ our King, thy kingdom come.